All right, let's get right into it. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're tackling, well, honestly, one of the absolute most fundamental tensions of human existence. Seriously, it's something we all deal with. On one hand, you've got this immense pull just to live for comfort. Take it easy. But on the other, there's this deep drive to strive for actual meaning. Today, we're breaking down a really fascinating philosophical framework, the divine struggle and the animal ease.
Okay, I really want you to just let this quote sink in for a second. Nothing meaningful in life comes easily, and everything that is easy in life is not meaningful. Wow, right? It's not just some catchy phrase you'd see on a motivational poster. This is literally the philosophical anchor for everything we're about to unpack today. This framework draws a hard, absolutely uncompromising line in the sand. It tells us that value and effort are just inextricably linked. So basically, if you want depth, you cannot have easy. And if you have easy, well, you simply cannot have depth.
So, Section 1, the fork in the road, the daily choice we all make.
You see, every single day we stand at this huge existential crossroads. On one side, we've got what's called the divine path, and on the other, the animal path. And here's the kicker. These are completely mutually exclusive ways of operating in the world. You absolutely cannot walk both at the same time. It's impossible. One is totally defined by struggle, and the other is defined by comfort. Now, to really grasp why this matters for us today, we need to look at exactly what's weighting down each of these roads. And let's start with the one, let's be honest, almost all of us naturally gravitate toward.
Section 2, the animal path of comfort, the allure of instant gratification.
All right, let's be totally real here. The path of least resistance is incredibly slick, fast, and man, is it tempting. I mean, who doesn't love just sinking into a comfortable couch after a long day? But here is the thing, it's a trap. This path completely prioritizes ease and convenience over actual growth. It focuses entirely on immediate, short-term gratification, just getting that quick win. And because we get so hyper-focused on the right now, the long-term consequences just kind of get completely ignored. As for the rewards, well, they're superficial. They're fleeting. You get that super quick dopamine hit of luxury, but it evaporates almost instantly, right? And it leaves you standing exactly where you started. Which brings us right back to this absolute truth. Everything that is easy in life is not meaningful. Sure, the luxury, the modern conveniences, they feel absolutely fantastic in the moment. No denying that. But because they require zero challenge from us, and frankly zero growth, they offer zero depth. It's basically just empty calories. Living your whole life entirely on this animal path, ultimately, sadly, leads to a far less fulfilling existence. So, if the easy road just leads to this superficial kind of empty life, we really have to ask ourselves, so what actually lies down the path of resistance? What exactly happens when we deliberately turn our backs on the animal path and purposefully step onto the harder road?
That brings us to Section 3, the divine path of struggle, the currency of personal growth.
Now, this path totally flips the script. It frames hardship not as some terrible negative thing to avoid, but actually as the mandatory currency you have to spend to purchase real growth. Think of it like a giant equation. Look at the direct relationship here. If your input is hard work and struggle, well, the requirement is overcoming obstacles and enduring that hardship, right? But look at the output. It's true, undeniable personal growth. And if you input delayed gratification, okay, yeah, that requires immense patience and a long-term perspective, but it outputs deep, fulfilling success. It's practically a one-to-one exchange. You are literally trading immediate comfort for profound, lasting rewards. So, the ultimate goal here is meaningful outcomes. We're talking about rewards that are deep, fulfilling, and lasting. But, and here's the massive catch, they are achieved only through a serious commitment to personal growth and delayed gratification. There are absolutely no life hacks here, guys. There's no shortcut to the front of the line. Going through the arduous, obstacle-filled journey is literally the singular way to achieve true depth in your life. Period. Which leads into Section 4. Choosing your meaningful existence, making the conscious choice. Because look, this whole framework isn't just some fun, abstract philosophical exercise to think about over coffee. This is a real, conscious choice you have to make every single day. You simply cannot just drift into a meaningful existence on autopilot. It doesn't work like that. The animal path is super tempting, absolutely, but it ultimately leaves you with a much less fulfilling existence. On the flip side, the divine path is undeniably tough. It's challenging, it requires a lot of hard work, but it is the only road that actually holds the potential for greater meaning, real growth, and lasting satisfaction. The contrast just couldn't be any sharper.
And so,
I'm going to leave you with this one final, really stark question to chew on today. Are you choosing ease or are you choosing meaning? Because as we've seen, you really can't have both. Literally every time you opt for that instant gratification, you're walking away from depth. But every single time you embrace the struggle and you actively delay your reward, you're building a lasting, truly fulfilling life. Really think about the choices you're going to make today. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep striving out there, and I'll see you next time.